Well. Good afternoon, West Ham fans. Rush the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. If you're new, Andy, you know what to do. But in terms of this morning, we spoke about some players we've been linked with. At lunchtime, we spoke about some players we've been linked with. And today, we're going to be talking about some players we've been linked with. But also, wait to the end, my friends, because there may be little chef's kiss at the end, a little teaser in terms of our next My Hammers 11 interview coming up. But it is time for the world famous Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Check them out in the description below. Let's talk. Also, we've got the Academy show later on at 6 o'clock UK time, so keep an eye on that. Talk about some of the matches, the 18s and 21s who will be playing as they look ahead to the start of their respective seasons, league seasons and cup seasons, including like Wednesday when the under-21s play. I think it's the opening game against Woking in the National Cup. But let's talk midfielders. And let's talk this gentleman. He actually was over here already because he was playing in the series of matches we had with Lille over the weekend, I believe. But West Ham, according to journalist Saskia Tavolier, West Ham expressing an interest in Lille midfielder 𝗛𝗦 𝗛𝗚 or Mukai, probably. The League One side want 20 million euros for the 20-year-old 6'2" midfielder. Personally, I've watched a bit of Ligue. I've watched a bit of Mukai, and that's a bargain. That is a bargain, in all honesty. What's that? 17 million quid, 80 million quid. He represents the Congo in terms of international football, so he would potentially link up with fellow Congolese teammates, international teammate Aaron Wan-Bissaka, if he joins, which might. There's a slight issue of the AFCONs as well, another player going, but he is. Well, he's got bags of energy. He only actually joined Lille from the Belgian Pro League last summer for a deal around 5 million euros. He played 35 times for Lille last season, scored 2 goals. And if we're looking for someone who's energetic, who can just keep going, an all action midfielder, I think Mukai could be that person we're looking at, and fits the MO of players who, in types of the majority of the players you want to bring in. I still think we'll end up getting someone like him or Matheus Fernandes or someone, a younger midfielder who will go straight into the first team, into the first 11, potentially. And then I still think we're going to get a freebie, whether it's Josh Brownhill or Pellegrini, in my humble opinion. But it does mean still getting rid of some of the, is it the weak or the chaff? But getting rid of some of the midfield deadwood for sure. But excited to see linked with Mukai. He's our 203rd player we've been linked with, just to calm people down with that. Let's talk Saturday. Sunderland, Stadium of Light, kick off of the Premier League. We'll have opposition chats with match day mornings, all that type of stuff coming up in the next few days. But in terms of injury news for Sunderland ahead of the game, they've got at least 4 players out, and one I'm quite disappointed actually is out, because it's the former West Ham youth player Ādžī Ellese. He's currently in rehabilitation after having shoulder injury, with Sunderland saying he's progressing well, but obviously won't be playing on Saturday. Also out is Dennis Krökin. He's back in light training, but he missed the whole preseason for injury, so too early for him. Luke O'Neill, he's had shoulder injury. A lot of shoulder injuries going in Sunderland, and he's out as well. And Leo 𝗛𝗓𝗛, he is sidelined with no return date due to an Achilles issue. So he in a couple of months' time, but not in time for the mighty Hammers. On our side, Somerville is really the only real doubt, although I have seen him be running about, like I've seen him on the grass, so to speak, and I still think it's a matter of fitness really more than anything in terms of when he'll be back, with a return date believed to be the end of August, which I think would be like a new signing really to us. I know they're probably dress it up as a new signing, but I think he's the only major doubt. We know that Callum Marshall, he's currently suffering from illness, hence explaining why he wasn't featured in either of the Lille matches over the weekend. He's believed to be taking antibiotics. So, yeah, obviously George Earthy as well. As we know, having spoken personally to the bloke himself, he's still recovering slowly from his ankle injury. But still a few weeks away for him. And Emerson is still a question mark about what's happening. Anyone who watched the behind it, closed doors, behind the scenes video about Mad signing, Emerson was there training on his own with the coach, one of the coaches. So I think that could be read into, as you'd like to read into it. As I said, I put him in sort of transfer limbo, in all honesty, because the club that want him, they can't afford him in terms of Lazio. They can't buy anyone at the moment. So they've got sort of almost like a self-implied transfer embargo, really, until they start selling players. That's basically what's happening there. So, you know, we're in a good fettle. Obviously, with no more friendly matches, it's now all about Saturday now. Talking about the weekend, we're going to be covering the academy players' loan spells in the academy show a bit later on. But in terms of first teamers, we've only got one player currently out on loan, which is Kalin Casey. He's at Swansea, and he made his home. Not his home debut, he played away, but he made his Swans debut on Saturday, coming on as a 75th minute substitute in their 1-0 away defeat to Middlesbrough on Saturday. So great for Kalin to get some minutes, some league minutes as well. And it's exactly what he needs. Hopefully he'll start banging on the door to get that start and play a lot of games, and then come back next season with all this wealth of experience under his belt in terms of playing league football at a very high level, at a good side as well in terms of Swansea. Although, as I said, go 1-0 down and lose the game to Middlesbrough. But that's it, my friends. As I said, I've got a little teaser for you. This is the interview we've got coming up at the weekend. I think we're putting it out on Sunday. But enjoy. Goalkeeper David James.
Yeah.
David James with his lovely hair. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely hair. Okay.
Nice man. Yeah.
Left back.
Nigel Winterburn.
Winterburn. Nigel Winterburn. Very tough player.
Yeah.
Okay, right back. Thomas Repka.
Yeah.
Get the appearances up.
Christian Daly.
Love of my life.
Yeah.
I want Ferdinand to. Who's Christian Daly? Sorry?
Rio Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand. Yeah. What a player. Okay. Yeah. Who's next?
Mike Carrick.
Oh.
Joe Cole.
Carrick, Cole. Yeah.
Sinclair.
Oh.
Canute.
Oh. Freddie Canute.
Maybe Titi Camara or Paolo Di Canio.
Oh. Paolo Di Canio is in. Yeah. You cannot not have Paolo Di Canio in. That team you played with, Carrick, Joe Cole, Trevor Sinclair.
Massive. Yeah.
Amazing side. And and then love that. Thomas, thank you. Thomas, I will see you on Friday.
Yeah.
I will see you on Friday, and I will give you the crossed arms, and we'll have a photo, and we'll have a cuddle. And I'm looking forward to seeing your documentary. October?
Yeah, October, yeah. 18th, yeah.
18th of October. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Thomas, thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Thomas Repka. We finally got Thomas Repka. And we've been putting that out on Sunday. If you want to go and meet Thomas Repka, he's going to be at the Rust Club in Romford on Friday. E13 events with Ian. Check him out on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram. There is literally a handful of literally single numbers of tickets available for that left. There's It's hosted by Jimmy Walker, and it will be Thomas Repka and Julien Faubert as well, friend of the channel, and maybe one or two extra players, ex-players coming along as well. So it's going to be a great night. So if you can come, I'll be there. My brother will be there. Tommy Budden will be there. Not Dubai Budden, but Tommy Budden will be there. So check that out. As I said, there's a few tickets just left. It'd be great to have a full house for Thomas. And as I said, the full interview will be on Sunday. We'll put that on Sunday. We talk about Alan Pardew. We talk about joining West Ham, and we talk about why is it that Czech players and West Ham fans have such a, Himself, Ludo, Souček, Soufal, Vladimir Ban, Kovac, Alex Kroll. But you know what I mean, in terms of the main ones, why he joined West Ham, what it was like going down on 42 points, why he stayed at the club, why he left the club, and his affiliation with West Ham, who he cheered for in the Europa Conference League final against West Ham and Fiorentina at Prague. In Prague, it's sort of, who was his split loyalties, who did he go with? And obviously he's my Hammers 11. I think the 𝗛𝗔𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦 bit was a little bit of a joke, but and I watched it back and I said, I didn't respond to that, but I think it was a joke. Anyway, and he missed one player out, which we put back in terms of Don Hutchinson, just so you know. But that's it, my friends. Don't forget to check out needtomybrown.com for latest news, reviews, and opinions. And also don't forget to check out the Academy show later on. And also the shows this morning. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. We don't stay warm. It's fucking heat wave here now next few days. And stay hydrated then. Much love. See you there, motherfuckers.